Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Lately I've been a lot more engaged with my health and physical fitness as well as what I eat, and I've been trying to get my body into peak condition. So with that, I figured I needed something that would help me to track a lot of this. I already have a Samsung smartwatch, but I regularly wear my Casio watch just due to battery life. So I wanted to find something that could bridge that gap and give me a lot more analytics and data on my workouts, my daily fitness, my sleep regimen, etc. So during Amazon Prime days, this guy went on sale, and I figured it was the perfect opportunity to seize the moment, so to speak. This is the Garmin Fenix 7X Solar. And we're gonna go ahead and unbox it, and I'm gonna explain to you guys why I picked this up and why it's become a keystone in me getting in physical fit shape, as well as helping me with some of the other analytics that I spoke about just now. All right, everybody, y'all know what time it is. Today we're gonna do another quick unboxing. On the table, I have my Samsung Galaxy Watch 4. And in this box, of course, fresh from Amazon Prime days, we have the Garmin Fenix 7X Solar, which is probably why you guys are watching or have clicked on the video. So, like most other smartwatches, it's a pretty minimal box with just an image on the front showing you the watch. We do have a little bit of a tape seal to cut. And here is the Fenix 7X Solar. As I anticipated, the packaging appears to be pretty minimal, which is great. I mean, especially for, outdoor and fitness focused watches, you probably want to be a little bit more, conscious about your carbon footprint. So you have a little bit of literature, I'm assuming, explaining some of the features of the watch. But of course, we rarely read the manual here. Okay, so here's our Garmin Fenix out of the box. Some people complain about the watch being a little big as far as the screen and bezel, but I actually kind of prefer it. There are quite a few sensors on the back. Let's get this in focus real quick. So there are quite a few sensors on the back, as well as a proprietary charger. And then you can see the Fenix 7X inscribed on here, as well as the fact that it's solar. And this is it compared to my Casio. Okay, so the main reason why I'm replacing my Galaxy Watch 4 and my Casio 110H with this Garmin Fenix is just because of reliability as far as battery life and the combination of features. My Galaxy Watch 4, of course, has heart rate monitor and everything else that you can get in a modern day smartwatch, but my Casio has incredible battery life. And that's been one of the biggest headaches with most smartwatches that I've owned and that are on the market, is that the battery life on them just doesn't last. You may be lucky to get a week in some instances. And that's what turning off a lot of the features that make it a smartwatch. So that was one of the drawing features for me with the Garmin Fenix. The fact that it has solar and can extend that battery life just made things all the more sweeter. Okay, so the next question I wanted to answer for myself was, what did the software installation suite as well as the app store for the Garmin Fenix look like? So here we have the Garmin Express software, which can be used to sync and update the watch, as well as, I'm assuming, other Garmin products like their GPSs. Obviously, since we have a Mac that we're currently using, we're going to download the version that's used for Mac. This will also be vital to update the watch if it doesn't have the latest firmware, which I ran into when hooking up my watch. Okay, so here we have the Connect IQ app on my Android phone. Again, this watch nor its app community is going to win any beauty contest. That's not the intent of this watch. This watch is mostly focused on fitness, being outdoors, GPS tracking, weather, those kinds of features. So you're going to see a lot of the watch faces as well as a lot of the apps more so focused on fitness, hiking, hydration, calorie intake, GPS location, stuff like that. You do have most of the basic music apps most people use, which I was extremely happy to see. You have Spotify, Deezer, Amazon Music, and then you have a couple of podcast options, which are the basics. There's no Apple Music as far as I'm aware, but that may be available in the developer community. So then here are some of the hiking and GPS apps. You also have an app for Find My Car. A lot of analytics as far as it's concerned with your actual location as it relates to the GPS data that the watch connects to. There are even some apps that give you raw GPS data as far as like your latitude and longitude without a map. You have the option to download maps. This is where the Garmin shines, giving you applications that are more centrically focused around fitness and being outdoors. Again, this was one of the selling points of this watch for me. And then here you have the basic makeup of the manage the device portion of the app. Here you can see the apps I have installed. And then from here, you can add and delete apps as well. You don't actually have to go into the watch to do that. You can do it all from the app. All right, everybody. So here we are a few weeks later, and the Garmin Fenix has drastically changed the way I do most of the things I do that involve a watch or any analytics, especially working out. I'm able to monitor my heart rate in real time while I'm working out. I'm able to save my workouts, my reps, and in some instances, it even tries to predict based on the accelerometer and some of the other sensors in the watch what type of exercise I'm doing. That's incredible at the gym. What about when I'm away from the gym? The GPS built in, I mean, it's kind of a creature feature, especially when I'm traveling for work. The solar built in extends the battery life on this watch, which it already sips battery. Without a lot of solar, mostly working from home one of the weeks, I was averaging anywhere from maybe 2 to 3% a day on battery drain. With the solar, on the days when I'm actually out of the office and getting, anywhere from 70 to 100%, I could just be driving or, going between warehouses. The battery life just seems to not even move, which is incredible. It almost makes me want to leave my charger at home, especially on the long trips, to have one less thing in the bag. So here we have the Garmin Connect fitness app. Some people who have this watch aren't the biggest fan of it, but for me, as far as being able to track some of the analytics and even the watch trying to guess some of the workouts I'm doing based on the sensors and analytics built into it, I find it easy to track my workouts. Here you can see there's a multitude of workouts already pre-baked into the watch application. You can sort and search for those and apply them to your workout post-workout. One of my only gripes about this app is the fact that you can't add your own workouts and the target areas that they affect on your body for a little bit better tracking as far as analytics are concerned. But this extensive list of applications is a great start. And sometimes I can find a workout that's very similar and targets the same muscle groups. Here you can see the calendar, which shows me my workouts throughout the month and can kind of tell you exactly where you are. There's also challenges that you can apply to. I actually completed the July Gains Challenge, which is basically recording at least a minimum of 4 hours, which somehow I knocked out, even though I didn't start at the beginning of the month. So I'd say if you're in the market for a more fitness-oriented smartwatch, this is definitely a much better buy than some of the other things on the market. I've never owned an Apple Watch, so I can't speak to that directly. But for what I do and what I use this watch for, the battery life, the fitness aspects, the sensors, the analytics, I just can't beat it as far as something that I use to work out with. So here's a bonus feature slash capability of the 7X Solar. If you go into the sub menu, you actually have a flashlight. Now this is pretty cool because this thing actually does get pretty bright, and Perfect use case is if you're trying to sneak around the house or trying to get something in an area that's not well lit and you don't have direct light. You can actually adjust for different levels of lighting, and this is just me going from 1 to 4. And there's also a red light and a strobe function, which I'm not going to demo, but you guys kind of get the point. All right, everybody, that's going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you're interested in some of the things I'm doing in the background as far as the physical fitness, workout regimen, stuff like that, just hit me in the comments and maybe we may make this a little bit more of a thing other than just tech. But I'm pretty sure you guys are just interested in the tech and that's why you're here. So we'll keep coming at you with videos like this. Make sure you like and subscribe and hit the bell to get notifications anytime I post new content. See you guys on the next one. Later.